Who would have ever imagined that the 6'3" calm, collected combo guard would be on track to be a superstar in today's NBA? We're talking about a player who took that risk and really believed in himself enough to take that jump from high school directly into the NBA, but also knew it was going to be a learning curve for him, but he just managed to embrace it through all the ups and downs. This is the Anfernee Simons story. Anfernee Simons was born on June 8, 1999 in Altamont Springs, Florida. Now, with his parents, Charles and Tamika Simmons, being very big fans of Anfernee Penny Hardaway in the 90s, is what really triggered them to name their son after the NBA legend and fan favorite. But as Simons got older, he really started taking the game serious. So with his father noticing that, he would run drills through him relentlessly, and the workouts were so tough that at times it left Simons in tears. But over time, he really adapted and gravitated towards the workouts, and by high school, only standing 5'8" while attending Edgewater High School, he just never envisioned himself on getting to the NBA. In fact, he thought the highest level of basketball he would be able to play was college. Simons even recalled remembering celebrating touching the bottom of the backboard with his friends, as around that time they just thought that was a big accomplishment. But by his sophomore year, he grew to 6'1" and became much more springy, but at the same time he would start to really ingrain a certain type of work ethic. He truly became a gym rat. His recruiting profile really started to increase after his sophomore year, and knew by now that he could play at the next level. Then his family made a decision to really help his development, because since Anfernee was young for his grade, along with him growing so rapidly, they thought that he could use an extra year of development before going to college, which led Simons to reclassify. That pushed him back from the 2017 recruiting class to 2018. Well, initially he did commit to Louisville, but later on he made the decision to decommit due to the ongoing scandal with head coach Rick Pitino. So for his last season at Edgewater, he averaged 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. So with him being a 5-star recruit with big time offers from all across the country, along with him being the 9th best prospect in the class of 2018, he decided to attend IMG Academy for a postgraduate year, which would qualify him to bypass college and enter the 2018 NBA draft. And he would do just that, because after averaging 22 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds, he was already projected late first, early second on the draft boards, and that was good enough for him to enter the 2018 NBA draft. And he would go in the first round with the 24th pick overall by the Portland Trail Blazers, becoming the first American to enter and be selected in the NBA draft directly after graduating from high school, since the NBA first made the rule in 2005. But for his rookie season, he was mainly shadowing Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Simons only averaged 4 points in 20 games on the main roster, while he spent most of his time developing in the G League. But he never shied away on showing that he was a promising future NBA star, because on April 11, 2019, at the very end of his rookie season, while the Blazers were resting players after solidifying a playoff spot, Anfernee recorded a 37-point game along with 9 assists and 6 rebounds in a win versus the Sacramento Kings. He also joined LeBron James and Kevin Durant as the only teenagers in NBA history to put up at least 37 points, 9 assists in a game. Now, going into his second season, he had already knew that he was going to be getting more minutes in the beginning of the season. He went on to up his average from 4 points to 8 points a game, and he would slowly start turning heads around the NBA. So as he finished his second season in the NBA bubble, he really didn't see a lot of floor time. His minutes were reduced because the team was mainly relying on the core of Dame and CJ to really will them throughout the playoffs. But yet, as the Blazers fell short again, but this time to the Lakers, you could kind of just sense that the organization was soon to be leaning towards a different direction. But going into his third season, he would kind of spread his wings a little more. He even participated in the 2021 Slam Dunk Contest and took home the trophy. He was going on a tear, and this is where he set a franchise record of making 9 threes in a row versus the Pacers. But he kept that same energy going into the 21-22 season. He managed to keep that same calm demeanor and just let his game do all the talking, which really sent a message to the organization. He really took that next step and really took matters in his own hands, because as Damian battled through injuries and CJ's run came to an end with the Blazers, the first-year coach, Chauncey Billups, has shown immaculate trust in his young guards. Simons made a humongous jump, going from 8 points in his third season to 17 points in his fourth year. But the highlight of the season came on January 3rd, 2022, when Simons had a career night on the day after his grandfather passed. He was able to put up 43 points in a win versus the Hawks. And you could just tell that from over the years, he's really modeled and emulated a lot of the same things that Damian Lillard does in his game, like his sidestep moves to make a lot of separation. And for that season, he shot 46% on catch and shoot threes alone. And he's really worked his way up and became a solid shot creator. Now, the Blazers did fall short of making the playoffs, but with a new change of scenery around the team, and with Simon signing a 4-year, $100 million extension, it was safe to say by now it was time for Simons to really show something. And so far in the 2022-23 season, he has not disappointed, because in just his second regular season game versus the Phoenix Suns, he hit a game winner, already showing that he was worth the money.
No, I told him, I trust you. You know what I'm saying? Like, put your big boy pants on. You know, you got the big contract, you got the game, you put the work in. We spent a lot of time together, and it comes down to trust.
Now, on October 24th versus the Denver Nuggets, he scored 29 points and 3 rebounds to go along with 7 threes in a win, while already being able to put up averages of 19 points a game. Anfernee Simons is someone who really embraced the backseat role and emulated a lot of the same things that Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum did. He just always stayed level-headed and patient and wasn't quick to rush the process. But he also had confidence and was for certain that his time would come around. And because of that, now he can truly spread his wings and can become a future superstar. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Anfernee Simons story.